All right. All right, we're live. Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. Today, we are going to be discussing how creators might want to reward their players in their games. So we're just going to step on that. Just for a second, you can hear a little bit of feedback, so I'm just going to mute my stream there. So, go back over here and grab this thing. Thanks. Okay. All right. So, if you're in the crowd, just please be respectful. If you're on the stream, please be respectful and ask any questions related to the topic of the stream. We have a lot we like to talk about when it comes to creative tools, and this is more like around creative tools on like how you would like to reward creators in your games using other systems that potentially you might not have yet, or you would like to work out the kinks. Those are the type of things that we would like to hear today. We're gonna get started, and Liz here is with me because she's doing a lot of really cool stuff for creators like you, and we're gonna combine some stuff, and we're gonna make some stuff happen. So thank you, Liz, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. Trunks will also be looking over the live stream if you guys have any questions, so please feel free to ask those questions on the live stream. So we're going to start off with Alexa.
So I know like there was a limited program, I think a year and a half ago, where you would get an actual item to your like clothing from custom room. I would like to see it being expanded, not as a way of making like, hey, everyone can make costumes, more of a way of we're gonna select a random creator that was really good, and we're gonna give it freedom to build whatever you want and rewards the player when they finish his film.
Yes.
I would really like to see that kind of a program coming back in some sort of way.
Right. Just give me a second. Yeah. So we do plan on giving a creative program. Yeah. So we do actually plan on actually having some of that kind of stuff. So what more would you like to do with that? Any details?
I think more of like maybe like convincing the player that you want to do this room specifically more than the other room by rewarding them an actual thing that they can carry to other rooms. I think that's the way of allowing players to, yeah, I want to do this room because it will give me a really cool item. It will give me a really cool outfit item.
Yeah, I agree. And Nico. I'm gonna go ahead and point at Nico. All right. Okay. Yes. What's up, Nico?
Okay. One of the things I would love to see is kind of having like a program to get, your room to be able to give people tokens. I think that would be a really good reason, because for one of the reasons I don't really make PvPs or anything, it's just because you can do some really cool stuff with it, but I don't think people would really want to go back to them because they aren't really getting rewarded for doing it. They're not really, getting anything. Like, they could be like, oh, that's a cool mechanic, but like, they're never going to want to come back to it because, again, after you played it a couple times, it gets kind of a little repetitive. So I'd like to see something like, kind of like with the stunt runner thing, when, they get chosen, they can also run those. They have to hit like a certain amount of requirements to actually qualify to get tokens, but, allow them to gain tokens from playing these custom rooms. And I think that would be a really good way to introduce more PvP maps, more game maps, kind of like with the Game Jam thing. Maybe have some of these Game Jam rooms that are actually more like, game side of the spectrum, be able to reward users for doing it, not give them like keep them with the same activity count, but give them an actual purpose for wanting to go back to those rooms. I think that would be a really big thing to do there. And we could also add in some chips, hey, did they reach the requirement to get tokens, and just stuff like that, just to kind of balance it, just so people can't just cheat the system and all that, and have like kind of how you have the beta invention selling, have it to where it's locked to certain creators for the beginning, and then expand it out farther and farther once you work out the kinks.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Nice. All right, we're gonna move on to Clarity, and then we're gonna check the live stream real quick. Go for it, Clarity.
All right, so I want to add on to that kind of like notion where to make it where they want to come back to the room. So like maybe like badges or like some sort of like an achievement system where we could like make our own achievements. So like if you do some sort of task in the room, you get an achievement for it, and then you can also like earn badges that way. That way it's like if I make a quest and I add achievements to it and they complete those things, they have those things that they can look back on. It's like, oh, I achieved these. I picked up 10 rocks or something like that, and I got an achievement, something, and I'm able to customize that achievement and name it and give it out, based on whatever the requirements I put onto it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that, for sure. All right, before we move forward, we're going to take a look at the live stream. We're going to have Trunks, did we get any questions from the live stream? Trunks. I don't know. Okay.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. Did we
Point-
get
Nope, no again.
Point that thingamajigger at me. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so from the live stream, we got a couple questions going. One from Luke Fox is, he's requesting to make your own weekly challenges.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that entails, but I imagine hopefully some type of list we could select from, like choose like 3 challenges out of these 10 challenges or something. I'm not sure. And a second question is from Zachary Martinez. Is he would like to be able to reward players with custom clothing that can be used outside a room. I feel like this would allow a lot more players to explore custom rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about that, Liz? Allowing creators to create their own custom clothing. Maybe you have more insight on that.
Oh. Well, so that would be not necessarily my purview. That would be Econ because
yeah,
they're the
that's
ones who
Econ.
sell the clothes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Invited.
So, but I know it's something they've considered before and considered it in like small measure, like maybe have a customizable, like certain items are customizable by creators and things, but yeah, there's a lot to explore in that territory, and there's definitely things that my team is looking at that may not be like a whole outfit item, but might be something you could put on an outfit item.
Yes. Ooh, that sounds great. We're gonna go off to Pan Knight over here, and then we'll go to Mortimer, and then we'll come back to you, Notorious. So go for it. Pan Knight, I think you got it. Yeah.
All right. Got it. Okay, so we've kind of been experimenting with progression systems in our rooms. So for example, in Sword Summit, you get a certain amount of kills and you get a special back holster. I really believe strongly in cosmetics, and like cosmetic unlocks for your rooms, but we don't really have enough tools to kind of like take that to the next level. So like if you play like a Roblox game, like Arsenal, I was doing some research, like playing Roblox. Got addicted to Arsenal for a little bit. But they have, you can unlock different skins for your weapons. You can unlock different like skins for your character. And all of this you can theoretically do in Rec Room. Like you can assign costumes to people, and you can, do some weird gizmo stuff with weapons to give them skins. But we don't really have enough room space to do that. So one thing I was kind of thinking of was something to do with like an Invention spawner chip. And what the Invention spawner chip would do it would tell the room, spawn an Invention at this location, until it tells it to like disappear the Invention, right? So like you spawn it in, and then the chip would also know to take it away. And that way, you'd still be within ink limits. You'd just be basically spawning in and out. It's kind of like an AI maker pen, right? I don't know if you guys ever thought of that before, but that would, if we had that, we could make really compelling cosmetic systems, I feel like.
Yes, I agree with you. One thing that we definitely have this on our plan. We really are excited about it as well. It is not, it's in scope, but it's definitely down the road, and we do plan on adding that at some point, for sure. Thank you so much, Pan Knight. That was a great suggestion. Mortimer?
Yeah, so we've been working with room keys for a bit. One of the things that I've been really wanting is a way to just be able to give players' keys rather than have them buy them. I found that the key system seems to be a really nice way to kind of lock certain content from players, and what I'd really like to do is be able to give, tournament rewards to players without having to have them buy it, or have other people be able to buy it. So I want to be able to like explicitly give tournament winners a trophy or something, or like some special cosmetic in the room or something.
Yeah. What about a badge? Kind of cool. At some point.
A badge would be cool.
But I do like the idea of keys from being able to lock off certain content and not necessarily having to pay them for all keys. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Good.
And I think to go along with that, like being able to perhaps those free keys, if we could revoke them, then we have some flexibility on how we can use them. So maybe you have a key system where you win a tournament, you get this stuff for a month, and then after that we remove the key and we give it to somebody else or something. So like revoking and giving free keys. Yeah.
That's very interesting. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's a great suggestion. Well, thank you for enlightening us, because now that's going to be on our list, so I'll probably end up talking to you a little bit later about that, Mortimer. Very cool.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Victorious.
Awesome. Right, so with a few obviously popular rooms such as the Soul Fox room, where we get our own where they have their own custom rewards, I was thinking if we could get obviously it won't be as unique as they do in the other rooms, but when we make our own rooms, that we can have an unlisted invention for a button, so when people go and click that button, they can go and claim the room award, but put it on unlisted, so it's only if you go to that room you'll get that reward, because usually when people do these type of things, it's public, and they can just get it from their invention store, and they haven't even been to the room. So I just thought that would be a cool idea.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, we've had a lot of suggestions regarding cosmetics in their rooms, especially when they're achieved a quest or some other type of tycoon games. Definitely on our list. Thank you, Nectorious, for pointing it out. Keep poking at us up on it. It's definitely in the future. So that's cool stuff. All right, Jeff, and then we're gonna check the live stream for questions.
Jay wanted me to bring this forward. So I was wondering if with the new room details page, if there was any plans of having an achievements page so that you could list out some achievements in your room, have descriptions for them, and be able to set them and check if the player has the achievement inside of the room.
So when we have achievements, I definitely want to include that on the room details page, but the room details page is coming out much sooner than achievements, so it will not have that yet. But I want achievements to be able to have some visibility, so players know what they can reach for, and also see what other players have.
I love that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this, and I'm gonna keep pushing for it, Jeff, because I'm a huge fan, and we have Liz now, so.
By our powers combined.
Yes, we'll definitely make this happen. I'm a big fan of that. So thank you so much for pointing it out. As always poke at us over and over again to remind us for sure. Thank you, Jeff, so much. And we're gonna go to Yoas.
Okay, so I'm really intrigued about the whole idea of rewarding players for doing little things in your room and stuff like that. But I feel like at the moment, especially with Circuits V2 being the new circuit system, I feel like there should definitely be implementations in Circuits V2 where we can kind of tell Rec Room that hey, this player's done a certain thing. Can we, like saying, oh, they've been to a certain place, give them an achievement or something like that,
Yes.
Yeah.
And how would you think that would work? So if you had like different sub rooms and for example, like I created a quest room with a bunch of coins that everybody has to collect. You could still achieve the end quest, but I didn't achieve everything in the quest. You would like to give that dedicated player an achievement for gathering the most coins in the room. Is that correct?
Yeah, so something like that, where we can kind of trigger like something in the UI where it kind of it shows like, oh, you've got an achievement, and we give them a special badge. And in circuitry 2 there should be like maybe just off the top of my head, like maybe an event sender or something like that, where we can actually do that directly from our room. That would definitely be beneficial.
Yes. Agree. Cool. Love the ideas, yo. Thank you so much. We're gonna go to Blazier, and then we'll work our way down. Oh wait, sorry, Blazier. We have to go over here. I'm so sorry. We're gonna go to Evan. Yeah, it's Evan.
Hello.
Sorry about that, Evan.
Okay.
Trunks
Is
wants
this
your
working?
Okay, Trunks. We'll get to you next, and then we'll go down the road. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Trunks.
So, a canny that I've been pushing for months, basically bringing cell shading to Rec Room through, the mechanic where, like, not really but whenever you go to grab something, it's outlined in a kind of a glowy green thing.
Oh yeah.
Basically, my thought is having that be something that's customizable to where you can set it to pop up where it's turned off or turned on, and you can change the color of it if it glows, if it radiates, so that you can make something that's in the style of Wind Waker or Jet Set Radio with that kind of art style where it's outlined in black. And you'd have a lot more options with the different colors and the radiating too for just a ton of other things, whatever
Yes.
people can imagine with it.
Yes. We want that too, Evan. It is definitely on our wish list. Especially, we did have a working prototype a while back, but there were some issues with low performing platforms, but we are working towards that. So thank you so much for pointing that out. All right. Not further ado, Trunks, would you like to ask some questions from the stream?
Oh yeah. Am I on? All right. Here we go. We got several questions from the live stream. King of Corpses asked, can we get like a cycle challenge thing? Like 3 pages of challenges so there's more options for each week. So that's the first one. If anyone has a quick answer, you're welcome to say it now. If not, I'll move on to the next question.
Trunks, could you repeat that? It kind of lagged for me, so.
Uh-oh. Well, I said King of Corpses was requesting, can we get like a cycle challenge thing? Like 3 pages of challenges so there's more options for each week.
Okay. Is that
Which
for...
I guess really isn't really within the scope of this
Yeah.
discussion, I suppose.
That might be a list question.
But there are plenty of questions here. Someone, W. Diedrich asked, what's next for CV2?
Ooh. Motivator. Yeah, so
What?
What's next for CV2? I think that all in all, we are still working on CV2, pushing it out as fast as we can. And there's a lot coming soon. So I don't know if you would like to elaborate on that, but it's up to you. Okay, maybe not. Talking, we can't hear you, Vader.
Oh, I just can't seem to hear the questions at all. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
The question was, what's coming to CV2?
Yeah, what's next coming to CV2?
Well, I think I'm not actually working on that, but I think Tyler and his team is. What's that?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's maybe a little unfair that we're putting this question to Votivator.
Yeah.
I would say we're probably comfortable saying next rev is a bit more So like last release had some V1 port work in it. There'll probably be more of that coming down the pipeline next.
Yeah.
All right.
We're trying to
sounds
get
great.
to parity first with Circuits V1. So all the stuff that's in Circuits V1 and everything that you could connect to Circuits V1 will have a Circuits V2 version of that first. I think that's the first thing we're trying to get out the door,
Yeah.
and also more things that support control panels and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's great. We are going to try to stay on topic. So, Mortimer, go for it. And then we'll work our way down. Sorry, guys. Here we are.
Yeah, so one kind of thing that I've been working on is building a community that, you know, spans outside of Rec Room as well. We have our Discord and stuff. One thing that I've been really wanting to do is have a bit of features, you know, from the room cross into Discord. So this could be like a reward system where, like, oh, I can see that you are the first place person on the leaderboard. I would like to give you a role in my Discord automatically if you are in first place on the leaderboard, right? So that everybody on the Discord can be like, oh wow, you're so good at this game or something. Stuff like that, where there's like an API access to information in the room, such that we can kind of branch out and reward our players in other parts of the community.
Wow.
And I think the other suggestion I had was going off from the badge suggestion earlier. Similar to how we have badges next to our name, it would be nice to be able to see if a player has, you know, supported the room by buying a key, perhaps by, you know, purchasing something in the room. And so maybe have like a little key badge next to their name that they could toggle on if they so choose.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right, Toast. Let's go for it.
Maybe consider the idea of being able to see everyone's accomplishments on their portfolio. So imagine I won a competition. It will now say that I've won that competition on my portfolio, and then being able to make your own accomplishments and achievements.
Yes.
Oh, I just froze for a second then. Never mind. Having your own achievements and accomplishments and badges and stuff that can be then put onto other people's profiles when they're in the room and they've set off a specific trigger. I think that'd be a pretty interesting way of seeing where people are from.
Brilliant. I'll put it in my design doc. It's already in the design doc.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's what we want.
Nice.
Yes, great. Thank you so much, Tess. Thank you so much. And then we are going to move. We'll come back down this way, Panite. We're going to move down here and Aster, and then we'll come to Yosh. And then Blazier. Right, sorry. Go for it.
Alright, so I have just been trying to think of something to say this whole time, but I kind of have a little bit of inspiration from like the Mario games. I don't know if any of you have played that, but they have like a system in their menu screen where like if you go to certain levels, I think you get rewarded like coins or something. I was thinking maybe you guys could do something like that where if you look at your watch, it displays like a little map or something, or like a little UI. Oh, sorry, little UI or like a menu where it has like the a display of all the different subrooms, where you can make like your own little display of like you're at this one and then you move over to this one and that one, and it's like a little map, kind of like the map that they have in the lobby in Isle of Lost Skulls. You know how you pick that up and you look at it and there's all the little different places. It'd be cool if you could do that and like collect coins or something, or any sort of in-game currency as you progress through and like level up or something. I don't know, it's just a little thought I had, but I thought that might be pretty cool for you guys to experiment with, so might be cool.
Yes, that is. Love that. Yep, thank you so much. And then Ghost, and then we're going to go to Blazier, and then Alexa.
Alright, so this is like kind of like a jumble of questions, but back to V2, and especially with leaderboards. I feel like there is definitely a lot of possibility, and like there's a lot of things that you'd probably be able to do that you should be able to do with leaderboards v2, such as being able to reset a leaderboard without needing to wait 3 weeks for an email back from Rec Room support, or being able to export a database of like your room to an actual physical document where you can read stats. Like I feel like there's definitely a lot that can be done there, and I really want you guys to take advantage of that to the best as you can. And another thing related to that would be some sort of Rec Room API. A lot of people have been pushing for some sort of API integration to be added to Rec Room, so that you can maybe access a certain room's leaderboards, or, you know, definitely would love to see something like that in the future.
Yeah, those are all great suggestions. Thank you so much. Bluesier?
You're a little bit closer to my mic. So basically, you know how you guys have the now you just got back the custom loading screens, and you set it up in RecNet in your room settings. For the custom cheer badges, not cheer badges, but like little badges you could have, maybe you could have like a little thing in RecNet where you could like make a design in there and then implement it into your room through like a RecNet loading screen type thing, that type of same setup where you just add it. And then it looks more professional, like more like, you know, 2D than 3D, because I don't know, I couldn't think of any other way to make it in-game like that. But I don't know if that's something... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we have a couple of ideas of like how that would be implemented. But that's a very good and that's a very interesting idea. Not sure. Yeah. Zizzy is leading that.
Yeah. So yep. So the folks who make RecNet are on my team, and they are amazing. And our plan is to basically try to make every feature that's part of like going forward with like room achievements and stuff like that also on RecNet. So I think, yeah, the integration of having, if you have badge images, you can also juggle them around on RecNet, and it'll be really good. So
yeah,
great idea.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bleezer. All right, Alexa, and then we'll Montland.
I kind of wait a lot, so I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
First of all, I wanna kind of ask about what is gonna be about the modding aspect. If we're gonna allow custom clothing, custom like being able to like do like custom cheer badges, who is gonna moderate this? How is it gonna be moderated?
Yeah, we have an awesome moderation team. That will definitely be we will definitely be reaching out to them a lot about these things. But
okay.
Regardless, I think that I don't think it will stop us. But it is definitely, there will be reporting systems in place. This will all come from the moderation team.
Yeah. Okay. Another I want to bring up about yours and other people ask about the API. I know a lot of us are like programming CV2, but I know some people like me. I want to take it to the next level. I want to actually start programming. So being able to experiment, or being able to use like a Rec Room API with a new programming languages based on the game I really love playing is a really cool way of learning to actually programming.
Yeah.
So I would really like to see and like a V API that you could like point yourself, like not like an integration, like a proprietary one, like kind of like doesn't have to be like a full super one, but at least like something basics to get some room data to like outside of Rec Room.
Yes. We don't have a lot of plans around this right now, but it's definitely like on our list, and we will take a look on things that what we can do in the future for that. But we will see what we can do. Thank you so much, Alexa.
Yeah.
One more. Sorry.
I wanted to see on the people ask the stream CV2 on what's gonna come out. Because Tylo said it's gonna be like Tylo detailed in the Gadgets V2 section in the Vectrum channel that the next spring to CV2 is gonna be room baking. So whoever was that on that stream should go to that channel on the Vectrum Discord and see the Tylo's very long message about that.
Okay. Yep. I think Trunks will get on that. All right. Thank you so much, Alexa. All right. Funky Melon.
Okay, so on the Circuits V2 thing and the API, so the API thing, that's interesting. So I was thinking that you could your watch, you can make your own like little menu for your thing. So if you wanted to go like on that, add it on to that the different room to go to different sub rooms and stuff. And for Circuits V2, I wanted to make a game, and I was thinking an economy system would be nice. And I know you can already sort of kind of do that with, circuits, but it's really confusing and not really reliable. And I was just thinking about that. So, and also like AI involved in Circuits V2, like you could have like robots that, they could sell stuff, and you could have shops, and you could buy stuff, and just like instead of having tokens for a currency, you could make your own currency in your game. So just like funky coins or something like that, right? And you can only earn those in your game. And yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much, Funky Melon. All right, Nico.
Yeah, I think there's actually already some design plans for things like that from the econ team. I've been talking with them, and they do seem to have plans around that. So expect news soon, PM.
Woohoo! Yeah, that's great. All right, go.
Okay, well, I have two little things. So one of them, kind of going back to the cosmetic idea, I would like to see something to where, like, one of the costumes, you could make one that you could sell, that you could equip in outside of your room. So have like my friend Rainan, a Merson like hanging off your shoulder, or I make something where like my little Chubbs cat, hanging off your shoulder too. Have like little cosmetics like that, to where you could still do everything with the tools in game, but people will be able to equip them outside the game and moderate it, give it to a trial, see how well it works, and go forward with it. And the second thing is more or less, being able to, gather data from other rooms. So I would have liked to see something like, how Mr. Legolas did that little Kermit thing where, you count how many Kermits are in a room and you get a prize. I'd like to see something where, you would be able to interact with that stuff and go to like a global leaderboard within, your room.
Yeah. So, sorry, Nico. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, I think that'll just be a really cool integration, help, the more data we can modify and, manipulate, the better, experiences we can make, because, we have more tools at our disposal.
Yeah. I think that's great.
So.
Yeah. Thank you, Nico. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go back to Jeff, and then I'm going to head over to Pow. Go for it, Jeff.
I just wanted to add on to the achievements thing. Like, what about the option of, what do you think about the option of being able to add on an invention reward for certain achievements that the players can claim if they want?
Yes. That's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have a scenario that could work? Like, how many invention rewards, and how would you like to distribute that?
So I was thinking that could be a thing in like the room details page with the achievements on them. You could go into there and like there would be a claim button, like you would claim your reward by pressing that button, and it would send it to your inventions. Maybe if it wanted to be really fancy, you could have like, a box that spawns in front of you, open it like that, like Rec Room Original stuff does.
Yeah.
Main thing I was thinking about, because people try to do that a lot with like the custom quests that people make. At the end, they always have an reward. You could have, that award in an achievement, and you could also have side rewards for like completing like side quests or something inside of it.
Yeah, I really like that. Cool. All right. We're gonna go to POW. For POW. Oh, we cannot hear you, POW.
Testing, testing.
Yep.
How's this
good.
volume?
You good?
Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here's a really good question. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. How about making custom clothing or custom skins that we can use as rewards for our clubs, our rooms?
Yes.
Thoughts, ideas, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Pow Jam hoodie.
Yeah. So we definitely want to get to that point too, POW. We do have some ideas on how that could be done, especially when it comes to Zissy here. And then we definitely have some plans around that. It's definitely on our wish list. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Bravo.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go to Clarity, and then we'll go to Phoenix. And then we're gonna move on this way down here. So.
Alright, I got kind of like two questions. Well, yeah, two questions. One, I would like to have like some sort of like working audit log or something for like events, because like I throw events and then like I have people, you know, come in and troll and like spawn samplers that are extra loud. Then I have to find
gotcha.
those things and delete them. So it would just be nice to like know who did what so I can get rid of them quickly. And the other one, I forgot my other question. So we can move on to somebody else, I guess.
Okay. Thanks, Clarity. Yeah, that's definitely something that we'll be working on definitely in the near future. All right. Phoenix. All right, go for it.
Is it working?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I was wondering, is there any expansion that you're going to make with the radio, as in adding 2D sound, so we can use Rec Room original songs in our rooms? Or what about like the sound chip? Is there going to be any more stock sound added to that?
I think there are some plans around that at some point. Definitely something that we have considered, but we'll definitely put it back on our wish list.
What sounds do you want?
Yeah.
What stuff do you want to hear?
So like,
oh, that's my fault.
that has been used in Rec Room originals.
Yeah. So she wants
Like the music, or just all the like a bunch of stock sounds as well.
Like music, like for the radio chip, and then for like the sound chip, maybe just sound effects and stuff.
If you could give me your top three, what would you want?
Definitely. Well, for the radio, we already have like 2D sound. That would be good. For definitely the sound chip, I reckon some nice little I don't know. I'm kind of thinking just some little scary sounds, like maybe a huge bang or something. Like big explosion sounds, like fireworks could be good. Maybe even weapon sounds would be amazing for people who are creating custom weapons.
Yeah.
And
What were you
doesn't
gonna
the
say,
radio
Motivator?
already have a 2D sound option?
Yeah, but that's for the sound effect chip. I'm just like was wondering if like 2D sound would come to the radio chip at all. I mean, not radio chip. But just
Oh, the radio. The radio doesn't have 2D sound.
No.
I thought
No,
it
it
did.
doesn't.
Huh.
Not even the ambience radio does as well either.
I feel like those are the ones where 2D sound you'd want that
Yeah.
instead of the sound effect one. Okay, that's great. Yeah, here I'll write that down. That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right, Mortimer, go for it. Oh, Mortimer, we can't hear you. Just saying.
Testing. Hello.
Okay, good.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. For rewarding players, it's important to have like a really good UX for that. One of the UXs that I really like is the kind of page for in Rec Royale, how you have that whole progression system. You can see what rewards are at each tier, stuff like that. A system like that where we maybe give inventions or something, or token, or like in-game currency rewards, maybe specifically are like custom room specific currency, that would be kind of a good way to present what players can unlock, and then also their progress towards those unlocks. And then I had a question about this room details page that people keep asking about. What is that? Is there like information on that anywhere?
Oh, so we did a Q&A. Yeah, we did a Q&A about it a few weeks ago, and basically my team has been, so like when you go to the information page on a room, that's the like hitting the little blue I button next to a room currently, that's the room details page, and we're going to be switching it over so that when someone hits a button to go to a room, it goes to that page first. So, and it's a new layout that's really beautiful, with like big images and a gallery of the promotional images that you pick off of RecNet that you want to show off cool stuff in your room. And also we'll feature new things like listing. No, it's not just, sorry, I see it in the comments, not in screen mode only, it's in all. Room details is for everybody. It's going to be in all modes.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, your descriptions, people will be able to see them, so, coming up very soon. So if you want to correct any spelling mistakes or anything, now's your chance.
All right. That's great. All right, Van Dorn, since, we'll get back to, hold on. There we go. There we go.
I was wanting to ask about the free gifts button, because I feel that it's a like there's lots of low-hanging fruits that could be done with a free gifts button, like cosmetics, different pools of things, right? Because currently every player can only have one pool of stuff. If I want to give different players different things with different probabilities, I can't do that because I have only one pool of stuff that I can give. If I want to have one game giving different rewards in another game, I can't do that because all my buttons give the same. So I think there's lots that could be done. And currently people don't seem to use the free gift button because of all the limitations that they're currently there. But I mean, yeah. Just a suggestion, I guess.
Yeah, so that's a really great suggestion. So, Fabram was actually talking about like how would you can I have multiple gift buttons in my room, and can I reward different players with those gift buttons in the same room? Is that right? Yes. Cool. Yeah, I really like that idea. Yeah. I definitely think that is a possibility in the future. For sure, that's great suggestions. I will definitely pass that off to Bibaz. He's the main one there. But yeah, thank you so much for that suggestion, for sure. All right, I'm gonna go to Evan.
So, this is just a short little question, and I occasionally make little jokes about it in the Discord every once in a while, but it concerns contest rewards. Do you all ever plan on doing a contest fanny pack, or should I give all hope up?
A contest fanny pack.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Depends. What are you gonna put in it?
Everything.
Asking the hard-hitting questions, man.
All right. You know what? That sounds like fun, Evan.
What do you want on this contest
Solid
fanny pack?
maybe.
What's your dream contest
Literally
fanny pack?
anything. As long as it's a contest fanny pack, I'll be happy with whatever it looks like.
All right.
But a cool little dinosaur would be nice.
Oh.
I'll draw something in paint and give it to our team for the next contest.
Yeah.
All right. That's great. It's gonna be the best. Thank you so much, Evan. All right, Astro Ops.
So this is sort of a collection of what everybody's been saying, but maybe like a chip that would show a screen, and it would have like your profile, and then it would have the achievements, and then when you do the achievements, it would show you badges and points that you would get for it.
Ooh, yeah. I really like that a lot. I think that's something that a lot of people have been asking for, and something that we definitely want as well, and we have on our wish list, and hope we're gonna be pushing for that too. So thank you so much for that. That's great. All
How
right.
would you set up those achievements?
So like you would configure it, and then you would type something in, and then whatever you typed in, like collected an egg or something, maybe an Easter egg, you would have another chip, and maybe them picking up the egg, it would trigger it, and then say they've done the achievement.
Okay. All right.
That's great.
Cool beans.
Yeah. All right, Pan Night.
Okay. We're still talking about player rewards, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second. I had to reconnect and I kind of lost my train of thought. I had this all prepared. Okay. Okay. I wanted to talk about invention giving as rewards. So currently, if you want to reward somebody with an invention, there's a couple of hurdles you have to kind of jump through, right? So one, you have to make sure that it's a room door. You spawn them into a separate subroom where they have maker pen access. So players need to know how to use the maker pen. They need to know how to make an invention in order to get an invention from you. That room also needs to have an ink glitch going on with it, so they can't spawn in a room door. Because if they spawn in a room door, or if they know how to use circuits, they can spawn in circuits and give themselves roles they're not supposed to have. They can fuck up your room. Sorry, they can. I forgot you're live streaming. But we've had situations where we're like, okay, our room's about to get destroyed because we forgot this one thing, right? So all these hoops have to be jumped over in order to give someone an invention. Is there any way that can be made easier?
Surely.
Yes,
Surely that can be like a million times better. I bet we can
There's
do
no way
something
to go
in the
but
future.
The last issue is right. If you give someone an invention, you have no more control over those invention permissions because there's only 3 invention permissions we've ever had for a while now, and that's the use only, that's the edit only. If you set it to use only, they can't make that an invention, obviously. So if you give someone an invention, you might see that invention up on the invention store, right? So it's not a good system. I really wish there were more invention permissions in general. Obviously, we've had the invention store for so long, and it's being pushed so heavily. But the only thing people are being able to pay for are use-only inventions, right? People see this right next to the store. They think they get something that they can actually own and edit and use in their rooms, but they're getting an invention that they can't really do anything with. And some of these invention prices are like 1,000, 2,000 tokens, and like people buy these things expecting to use them. They can only really just spawn them in.
What extra permissions would you want to have? Like, I mean, it sounds like you just kind of want, you should be able to sell inventions of kind of any permission, or do you want something else there?
Well, yeah, but like, I know some people might want to sell an invention, and maybe they want people to edit it. They just don't want to see it up on the invention store later, right? So like
Right.
the inventions were once a building block. They weren't just something people buy and throw into their dorm rooms, but people make inventions that are, I know Landon has a couple things like this, where it's kind of like a building block tool. It helps new creators out. But new creators can't do anything if they can't edit the stuff, And I just feel like that should be up to the creator ultimately. But right now it's not. That's all I had to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. I'll write that down.
Thank you, Penite. Thank you. All right, we only have a couple more minutes left. I'm going to answer some of these questions over here. And then if you guys have any more questions, you can just talk to after the live stream. But I'm going to reach out to Trunks after these few questions, and we're going to ask questions from the live stream. So Clarity, and then, and then Phoenix.
Oh, 2 small questions. One for the RecNet, it takes me like 70 minutes to load a single page since I have like over almost 9,000 friends on it. Is there any updates for that gonna be like soon to optimize that?
We might be able to get it down to 60 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be fine with that.
That's 30%. Yeah. No, performance is definitely on the slate of RecNet to-do list, and it's a big one. It's high up there, so.
Yay. All right.
Okay, the other question was to add on to like Pan Knight's thing, for like permissions for the maker pin. Like if we could restrict certain like actions like spawning in inventions, or like not able to use gadgets, or like certain gadgets like samplers or something like that. That way we can like have an event where people can have their maker pins, and I don't have to worry about them deleting something or messing up the room. They just have those certain permissions.
Yep. Yeah.
What would you think about being able to set up spaces within an event or something in which someone has maker pen permissions only within a specific space?
That is completely fine with me, as long as they can't mess up anything else. Because I throw a lot of events that people create in, and it's kind of a huge issue. Like I can't run the event and moderate at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely been on our list to do for sure. All right. Phoenix.
Okay. So I have two very quick questions. With the new colors that have been added to the palette, are there going to be any new materials such as lava or even just a simple water texture?
Lava.
Yeah, I think that we will have some more materials come out in the future. If you could name your top 5, what would they be?
Definitely a lava and water would be nice. I would say glass, but that's already in the works. And with the new idea that Gribbly said in I think the last AMA, that they slowed it down because there was something there. Whoever said mate, Commander said leather. That would actually be really good. Some like actual cloth material and different more fabrication stuff would be amazing.
Yeah, very cool.
And my second question was. Oh, damn it, I forgot. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
All right, Trunks, do you have any questions from the live stream at all? If you're talking, we can't hear you. There you go. Still can't hear you.
Nothing relevant to the discussion, unfortunately.
Okay. That's all right. Thank you, Trunks. And we're going to go to Yosh. And then one more question, and then we're going to have to call it. All right. Go for it, Yosh.
Okay, so I've written down a bunch of questions, so I'm going to try and make this quick. Somebody about 10 minutes ago mentioned keys and in-game currencies. Now, I don't know if a lot of you have been paying attention to the Rec Room Discord recently, but there's been a lot of controversy, and especially in the past as well, there's been controversy about pay-to-win rooms. And I feel like that should definitely, there should definitely be some more discussion about that, about like, what is pay to win and what isn't pay to win. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. You don't need to comment on that. Another thing is...
Oh, for some reason. Okay, sorry about that, Yosh.
For the radio, if it doesn't have Rec Room Baby, I'm going to be quitting Rec Room. I'm just going to announce my resignation now. And my final question is, for the Make Pen, I know somebody brought up enabling the Make Pen within a certain area. I also think we should be able to disable pretty much everything that you can do with the make pen. So like, maybe we want them to move stuff around with the make pen. Maybe we want them to delete stuff, you know. So just being able to choose what settings players can and can't use is definitely going to be useful for us creators.
Yes. Yep. I'm 100% with you. 100%. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and Alexa.
Hey. Okay. Zissy, is the new profile we're gonna have videos in with the photo too?
That is on my long-term wish list, but getting videos on room details pages is a complicated leopard.
Now, a friend unfortunately couldn't make it to the event asked me about private inventions, being able to have an unlisted inventions that you might want to give out to like people who like you make a custom contest in your room, and like to give an unlisted invention to that player without having to publish it.
Yeah, I think that's a great way of.
Is that, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like that is a video. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely on our wish list, for sure. That will actually bring a little bit more rewards to creators when they don't have to go through a door to make an invention, but it can be on the store unlisted, so you can go through a room and just grab the invention through a button, which makes a little bit more sense. It'll be better if we can come up with some good solutions around that, but that's a really good suggestion, and thank you so much for that, Alexa.
Tank Tattoo Bacon GM, that his suggestion.
Woo, yeah. Yeah.
Yep,
All
something
right.
in my hands. Thank you.
All right, we are over time. I will get to you in just a moment, but we are over time. All right, and I'll message you. All right, thank you guys so much for joining the live stream. And remember, be creative and give it your Rec Room best. And thank you guys for joining the live stream as well and answering all these questions. A lot of great ideas here, a lot of great stuff. If you guys have any more suggestions, go ahead and post them in the comments below. We'll take a look at them later. Thank you guys so much again, and have a good one. And I'll see you at the Maker Pen class.
I can't go.